Hi guys, hello and welcome in the main menu once again. And yeah, let's load the game and let's do this. Final battle in the trial of the old schoolhouse number 3. Okay. I think we're kind of ready. I want to we're rested, we have all full health. Let's do this. I know there will be a big monster awaiting us. A demon.
Be careful, this one looks strong.
3 of 3 demons.
It's
Hey, I'm not sure how long of the battle this will, how long it will take. I will maybe shorten it for you and pause the recording. But let's first test the health.
Go!
Here we go.
So 12,000 each.
Flames, gather on my blade. Strike!
One is dead. Marius is also dead. I have to knocked
Very
out.
well.
Right!
What?
I have to. Hey,
Impossible. My turn.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I hate this.
I can do this.
My good items.
Thanks.
I can do this. Turn to flames. Burn! Now!
Got ya. Here we go. There. Ha! Now's our chance.
I've got you.
What a fight.
Nicely done, Elisa.
Same to you. That was great.
2.6. That's nice.
Great.
I did it!
That should suffice.
Not bad.
Making progress.
Well, we won. What a battle. So that was the master of this floor. I must say it posed quite the challenge. And you have fought monsters like that every time you have ventured in here. Yeah, every time we reach the end of that floor, a beast shows up just like that. Is something the matter? Or I just think I might have worked out something about this place. It looks like we have explored as far as we can go for now. But let's head back outside. I will tell you more then. Let's hear what Irene figured out. I will maybe grind here the next field study The monsters here were quite strong and challenging, but I don't want to grind right now. I want to see some progress. Later. And investigation. Sunset already. Oh, we must have been down there a long time this month too. Thanks for your help today, everyone. Thanks. There's no way I could have cleared this place out on my own. Don't mention it. So what was the aha moment you had back there? Well, I think the old schoolhouse actually followed certain rules. Rules? Well, I think about this. The first rule would be that there is always a door at the entrance to every floor. The second is that there's always a really tough monster waiting at the end. The third rule is that each month a new floor opens up for us to explore. When you lay out the facts like that, I can't deny them. It almost fits as though we are being tested by something or someone. A test. I guess when I stop and think about it, it does kind of feel that way. But even assuming that it's true, who is it, and why? That's a big question. That's a big question. It seems like the only way we will get to the bottom of this is to keep exploring. Yeah, it seems that way. Either way, we have gone as far as we can for today. Let's meet up again next time. Da-da-da. The part where the okay, they know each other and have a little dinner together. That's nice. Okay. I want to take a look at this thing I found here. Or I was rewarded with. Motivating. CP recovers rates raises in battle. Prevents sleeps. Let's get this done, boss.
Oh, Reen, did you just get back too?
That's what it seems. Sarah.
Oh, hey there, instructor. Welcome back.
Well, the building's still standing, so I guess you all behaved yourselves. Excellent. It looks like you've really thrown yourself into helping out the student council, Reen. But you spend all your time working, and life will just pass you by before you know it.
Alas, if only my evil stepteacher would stop dumping a bunch of work on me and let me go to the ball. Hey, did something happen? You look really beat.
Nothing bad. Just been real busy these last couple days. That Toval really needs to learn how to treat a lady. Honestly, dumping that much work on me? Come on, I'm too delicate for that.
I guess your hot date didn't turn out so well then?
Huh? Of course it did. As if a night with me could fall short of unforgettable. He was just amazing. Such a gentleman. So strong. So passionate.
I like it.
But I'm afraid all the details might be more than you could handle. It's too soon to corrupt your poor, innocent heart.
Yeah. I almost want to believe it, but yeah, I don't think so.
Everything okay last night then? Nothing major happened while I was away?
Not particularly. Oh, wait. Actually, we had a woman show up claiming to be the dorm's new caretaker. Did you know about this?
Oh, she's here already? I'd heard that the Reinford family was sending a maid, but I wasn't sure when she'd arrive. Something sure smells good, though.
Oh, I'll bet that's Sharon fixing dinner. She's a great cook. She made breakfast for us today, too.
Oh, I can hardly wait. This Class 7 gig has some real fringe benefits. I'll have to get her to whip up some snacks to go with my beer later.
Looks like she knew about Elisa's family after all.
Of course she knows. What do you expect?
Welcome back, Master
It is
Reed.
Sarah.
Lady Sarah.
Oh, hey, Sharon. Good to see you. You can stop with the Master Rain stuff, though. It's not like I'm the one paying your salary.
Oh, but that just wouldn't do at all. Politeness toward those I serve is part of the maid's code of honor. Or might you prefer something more like, my dearest Reen?
Whoa! Not in front of the teacher.
It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sharon. I was sent here to serve you courtesy of the Reinford family. I will do my utmost to cater to your every need. I hope I can be of service.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. Though if you don't mind my saying, you look a little familiar. Are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
Huh?
I'm afraid we haven't. You certainly don't seem to be an individual one would easily forget. I look forward to serving you, Lady Sarah Valestine.
Why, thank you, Sharon Kruger.
This feels like a good time to make my exit.
Good decision, I guess.
This looks like...
Elise Schwarzer. Elise! I was wondering about the name of his sister, but now I remember, of course. I mean, I see it here on the screen. Elise Schwarzer, okay? Interesting. That's interesting. Let's see what my sister writes to Reen. Reen's sister writes to Reen.
Please don't worry about me. Will I still have much to learn before I feel like I deserve my status among the nobility? I've been blessed with wonderful friends, and I'm enjoying life here at the academy.
There's other academy in Heimdall where my sister is attending, and I know also who is this person she speaks about as her friend. They are okay. You get to know them later also. To her friend. Let's continue.
I often feel more concerned for how you're faring in your own studies. Thor's military academy is well known for its connections to Emperor Dreikel's and its strenuous curriculum. And I worry that the dangers you face in your training could catch even you by surprise someday.
So far it has been okay.
I pray you don't neglect your own well-being. The world has many soldiers, but you're my only brother.
You never change, do you, Elise?
Uh.
Oh, I guess it's probably me who hasn't changed much.
Both everyone has a certain aspect in which they will probably never change, I think. So it's time for Arbeit time or
I really should write back to her. And to Mom and Dad, for that matter.
Arbeit time.
and charm once again. I'm coming to you live from Radio Trista, and it's 9 p.m. on this calm June 20th evening. Let's kick off this week's Aubin time. The weather around the capital has sure been wet lately, but not very wild. I thought that rain would never let up. Thanks to that, I ended up holed up in my room, even on my precious days off. Still, the end of June's just around the corner, which means summer festivals are in full swing across Erebonia. The festival out in the port city of Ordis is known for the breathtaking sight of hundreds of bonfires afloat on the bay. In the old capital of St. Arc, they know how to party hard with a festival that keeps going for 5 nights straight. Unfortunately, I've never been able to get out to either of them. I'm hoping to make it up to myself by taking the train to some far-off destination on my next vacation. Now, where would be the perfect place for this wayward traveler to visit? I'd love to visit Crossbell. Exploring its theme park and seeing one of Arkansas's theatrical performances would be great. But the thought of just riding to the end of the line and taking in the rustic beauty of the Nord Highlands is just so tempting. I know, Director, I know. Is it too much to ask to let a girl dream big?
I think what she says is also a bit referring to what might be the next field study, but I'm not sure. So maybe North, maybe something with other city. I'm not sure, but we will see. We will find out. I'm not. I know, of course, more or less what happens, but not every location of every field study. Let's see how many points I have. Wien Schwarzer. 35. I think that's good.
Didn't do as bad as I was afraid I would.
Okay, moment. Okay, Alisa Rainford is 8. And yeah, Emma and Marquez. Top. Both are top. Okay. Then Jesus, Patrick, Beryl, and Alisa is number 8. I was 35. It is good. It's good.
I can't believe Emma and Machias tied for the top score.
Congrats, Machias. You always put up some impressive numbers.
Looks like you made good on your word after all.
I suppose. Emma's the real natural, though.
Oh, not at all. We both just really hit those books this last month.
13.
I'm glad everyone did so well.
Agreed. I scored higher this last time than I did on the entrance exam.
I suppose I'll have to settle for 3rd this time.
You make it look easy, Eustace. Looks like you and I managed some pretty respectable scores too, Reen.
I'm better. I'm not fair. It's both very good.
Yeah. We'll be nipping at Machias and Emma's heels before you know it. I can't help but feel that I could have done better if I put a little more effort in.
You did what you
feel
could.
a bit left out. You did really well, Fee. You must have had all the basics down pretty well to have scored like you did. If you can build on that in the next exam, I have no doubts you'll be able to score even higher.
I guess. If I feel like it.
By the way, there's something posted up over there.
Oh, wow!
First. So we are the highest. Yoo-hoo!
It seems Class 7 had the highest average score.
Excellent. I figure that might be the case considering we have the Academy's top 3 high scorers.
You talk as if a class I'm a member of could possibly fail to place first.
I like Jesus.
Why do you always have to be so full of yourself?
I mean, he's better, but still, it's amazing.
Boys!
I think we should be proud of what we've accomplished.
Me too. Good work, everyone.
Hip hip hooray.
I like him very, very much.
How humiliating. How How could the pride of the Empire's nobility lose to those plebeians?
And Elisa, thinking she could hide her roots that easily.
I mean, I'm not sure where you was. I haven't paid attention. Maybe when I edit, I can find out. Ferris. But yeah. Patrick Hyams. Afternoon practical exam. Yoo-hoo. I'm so looking forward to it. But I look forward to the announcement of the field study. I'm curious. I'm not sure where I will head in which group, but I think there are two more.
Aren't you all the overachievers? Congrats on your amazing performance on the midterms.
I think there will be two more field studies where Reen is in the same group as Elisa, but let's find out. Okay, well, thank you.
I'll cherish that grumpy look on the vice principal's face forever. That'll teach him to poke his nose into my business.
We didn't do all that work just so you could stick it to him, you know.
Besides, you bring most of it on yourself.
Ugh, always tromping around like he owns the place with that smarmy mustache of his. It's one thing to gripe about work, but where does he get off telling me what to wear and how to behave in a bar? Now he keeps telling me I need to hurry up and get married. Yeah, I'll marry my foot to your face, jackass.
I like her.
Anyway, is everyone ready to leap boldly into this month's practical exam?
I'm fully prepared, instructor.
I can take whatever task you have to throw at us.
Well, at least this ought to be easier than the midterms.
Here we go again. This one looks different from the others.
I don't see any differences, but okay, tell me what you see.
Hold on.
You noticed too, huh?
Yeah. Color's different, shape's different, yet it seems similar somehow.
The material. That's what's similar. Maybe...
Is something wrong?
No.
Here they go again.
Okay, let's see. I hope I don't have to.
Doesn't this look like fun?
I hope I don't have to in the next field study help Fee and Laura. I want the field study with Rena and Lisa, but maybe I have to help those two first. Let's see. Let's find out. That's a class 1.
Class 1?
What are they doing here?
Let's find out.
To what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? Class 1's combat training isn't until tomorrow.
Oh, Instructor Thomas's class was changed to a self-study period today. So we thought it was the perfect opportunity for a little cross-class exchange, if you will. Class 7 seems to be the talk of the school lately, and we'd simply love the chance to get a little better acquainted.
Exchange?
If you want. If you want to be beaten up, we can do this.
Judging by that rapier in your hand, I'm guessing you're not here to exchange pleasantries over tea and cookies.
My, you're a sharp one, Schwarzer. Nothing gets by you. Why not try your steel against some real human opponents instead of that contraption over there? We'd be more than happy to serve as representatives of Class 1. Allow us, if you will, to demonstrate the refined spirit and dignity of the Erebonian nobility.
You little pieces of...
I understand, Marius.
Cool your jets. They're just trying to goad us into a fight.
I'd be very interested to witness this refined spirit and dignity you profess.
Well, Looks like I found today's entertainment. All right, change of plans. Today's practical exam will be a friendly training bout between classes 1 and 7. The fight will be 4 on 4 with both arts and item use allowed. Reen, you'll be squad captain, so choose 3 of your classmates for your team.
Roger that.
Okay. Let's do this. I know you wanted so much to fight with me.
I dislike the notion of fighting against women. It's a man's duty to protect the fragile flowers of womanhood, not to wound them. Reconsider your team, and this time, bring men to face us.
Who the hell does he think he is?
That's a good question. I need that.
I'll put a fragile flower on his grave.
Now, Fee.
Guess this isn't going to happen until I do as he insists.
Okay. You asshole.
He should have been among the ranks of Class 1 to begin with. I would rather hope a son of House Alberea would need no demonstration of the nobility's choose a...
One would almost think you're trying to postpone the inevitable.
Wenn wir keine Wahl geben... sorry, you spoke German. When he doesn't want to give me a choice, then why do you give me a choice?
It looks like fighting someone from another of the 4 great houses might be biting off more than he can chew.
I'm also a part of the nobility, you know?
Looks that way. Makes...
So I cannot choose really anyone. Except those. Yeah, let's do it.
Looks like you're all set then.
No women or no Jesus. That is so annoying.
Both teams?
I will beat him up so much.
He may be a fool, but even a fool can be dangerous with a blade in hand. And I'm sure his lackeys are well trained, whatever deficiencies they may have otherwise. Make sure you don't underestimate them.
Got it.
Well, he is a member of the fencing club after all.
We'll see how cocksure he feels when we're through with him. Let's have a good fight, everyone.
I dislike this very much.
We'll now begin the training bout between our representatives.
Yeah.
Weapons at the ready.
I don't need others of my group. We will beat him up alone.
Begin.
This will be. I will shorten this for you.
What real nobility is.
Fuck you.
Take this.
All right.
No, no. Okay, I paused it for you. 1, 2, 3. It looks quite okay this far, but moment yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Go.
They're all kind of low.
Kneel before me.
Sure. Whatever makes yeah, so I pause.
All right.
I pause again, let's see. I knocked out the 2 already, you see in the background there. I have to heal myself.
Yep. Leave it to me.
Not good.
I have to heal Elliot.
Leave it to me.
Here we go.
Yep.
Kneel before me!
This can't be happening.
Won't give up.
Hey.
Flames, gather on my blade.
Strike!
How could I lose?
That's that. Let's keep moving.
2.6, that's not bad. Practical exam to an end. Me in front of us.
Enough! The winning team is Class 7.
The victory is ours.
Yeah, we showed them.
Not bad.
A passable performance.
That was some fight.
We won! We really won!
It wasn't that difficult.
How does it taste choking down your own hubris? This can't be happening. How could we lose to this rabble?
Hey, that was a good fight. Pretty intense, too. You had us on the defensive more than a few times. If we get another chance sometime, how about...
Get your filthy hands off me! Don't you dare start acting like you're above me, Reen Schwarzer. Just because Ymir's lord took you in out of pity doesn't change the fact that you're a nobody without a drop of noble blood.
Who gives a fuck? I mean, he gives a fuck. It's
You son of a...
That was uncalled for.
The rest of you are no better. Did you somehow think scoring highest on the exams would mask the fact that you crawled up from the dregs of society? What if you, Reinford, a family of upstart arms peddlers who think being flush with money is all the pedigree they need?
I mean, money is important, yeah.
And what of the barbarian and your Jaeger tots? I'm surprised they could even read the enrollment forms.
You know, he has to insult everyone. Okay, let him go.
What the hell?
I won't deny how the Reinford Company made its millions.
Am I the Jaeger tot?
What terrible things to say.
Patrick?
I think you might have crossed the line.
Silence! You don't tell me what I can and can't say.
How utterly foul.
Enough of this.
I'm not sure I understand. Maybe you can clear things up. What is it about nobles that makes them superior to those who aren't?
Hey, good question. Very good question. There's nothing. Nothing, but just that they say it.
Gaius?
I won't deny that I'm not from this country. That's as plain as the nose on my face. Back in my homeland, we don't really have anything like your class system, so the concept is pretty foreign to me. Really, I mean no offense by asking, but I want to know what it is that elevates nobles above the rest of the people.
The superiority of nobles is self-evident. We come from families of distinguished lineage built on generations of tradition. That gives us a dignity, refinement, and pride that those of common birth could never hope to possess. We represent the pinnacle of man's achievement. That is what makes us nobles.
I see. I've witnessed that dignity and refinement myself. I see it in how Laura and Eustace carry themselves. But that leads me to another question. I can understand the importance of tradition, lineage, dignity, pride. I get why those would matter. But where do you think they let you get off saying the kinds of things you did?
Well,
I mean, he's right. What dignity is there if you insult other people? I mean...
Patrick, I really think you should...
Gaius raises an excellent question. I'd say this marks the end of our mock battle. Many thanks to the members of Class 1 for their gracious cooperation. Oh, and just for future reference, self-study doesn't mean wander around outside doing whatever you want. That goes for you two over there, too. Back to the classroom with you.
Yes, instructor! Please excuse us.
I've decided that for your combat training tomorrow, I'll be pointing out everything you did wrong today. I'll be giving you the full, shameful play-by-play, of course. But I want you to really think about where you need to improve.
Very well. Excuse us.
Patrick! Wait for us!
They're so lost without him.
For a while there, I was worried that was really gonna get ugly.
This is entertaining. Entertaining. I have to take a look at the time always, but I have the time left.
As far as I'm concerned, it already had. This is exactly why I can't stand nobles.
Please, don't place me in the same category as that imbecile.
Thanks, Gaius. That meant a lot to me.
Huh? Not sure why you're thanking me, but whatever I did, I'm glad to have helped.
Yeah, let's ask questions.
Okay, that concludes this month's practical exam.
Now comes the important stuff.
Next, I'll be giving you the locations for your next field study.
Oh, yes, it had almost slipped my mind.
Where to this month? Everyone, take one of these.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah! Yeah, okay. I can already guess that, Group B will have some problems because of Laura and Fee. But I have to solve this then in the next field study, I guess. It's a July field study. Reen, Alisa, Emma, Eustace, and Gaius. Okay?
Brionia Island. That's in the far west of the Empire, isn't it?
Indeed. It's an island off the coast of Lemaire Province, known for its ruins. However...
The North Highlands are beyond the Empire's northeastern borders, are they not?
There is Laura and Fee are so far not so straightforward with the hatred or with the dislikement.
That's right. They're out past Ruhr on the other side of the border.
Since the age of antiquity, the Highlands have been home to a tribe of nomads.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
You're from the Nord Highlands, aren't you, Gaius?
Sure am. We've actually made arrangements for everyone in Group A to stay at my home in our settlement. I hope you'll all enjoy yourselves.
I will sure do so. And
Thanks, Garna. Here's a little something from the Academy.
And I will 100% grind in the North Highlands.
That must have been tough.
It's okay. So...
Still, I couldn't believe it when I saw Nord Highlands written right next to our names. I wasn't ever expecting our field studies to take us that far out.
Well, it does make sense.
since it's an important place in the history of the Academy's founder, Emperor Dreichels.
Indeed, the Highlands are where he first began to solidify his military power during the War of the Lions.
That's about the extent of my knowledge.
That's about the extent of my knowledge of the Highlands, to be honest.
This took a while.
No worries. I'll tell you more about Nord on the way there. Anyway, I hope you're all ready for a long trip. The train ride between here and there is over 8 hours.
8 hours? That's almost an entire day's journey.
It sounds as though the experience will be more than worth the trouble, though.
By the time we get there, it'll probably be evening already.
You think we should go stock up on some snacks before we leave?
There'll be no need for that, Lady Elisa.
Good morning, Sharon.
We're almost ready to head out to the station.
Oh, of course, of course. I hope you all have a safe journey. I would also be very pleased if you would accept this.
What is it?
I took the liberty of preparing some sandwiches for all of you, as well as a pot of lemon tea for each group. I'm afraid I wasn't able to fix a proper breakfast, so I hope you'll enjoy these on the train instead.
Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it.
Such a thoughtful caretaker.
We'd be more than happy to accept them.
Oh, think nothing of it. Any good maid would do as much.
Well, everyone sure loves you, don't they? I guess my objecting to you being here just made you work that much harder to cozy up to everyone else.
I would never dream of such a thing.
I like and I hate her. I love and I hate her. She's amazing, in her own way.
Please have a safe and pleasant journey, my lady. I'll be counting the hours until your return.
Fine, I'm leaving. Hold on. You aren't plotting anything else, are you?
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you say so. Alright, we're leaving for real this time.
Have a safe journey.
Please excuse us.
The dormitory's in your hands while we're away.
Looks like Group A just took off then.
Good morning, Lady Sarah. Would it have been too much to see them off if you were awake this whole time?
Their field study begins the moment they wake up on the day of their departure. So since I'm responsible for grading their performance, I figured it was best to leave them to their own devices.
I see. You make a valid point.
Just one question for you. When will you be returning?
Ah, you truly are perceptive, Lady Sarah. I suppose there is no reason not to tell you. I will be returning before my lady and her classmates do. That's as much as I can tell you.
I see.
Okay. As I said, I love and I hate Sharon. And Gaius. Hey, let's take a look. Hey, let's go. Orin, you are ready to depart too? Yeah, we were about to leave. They are not arguing openly as, for example, here Machias and Jesus. Don't you still need to purchase your ticket? Oh yeah, we are, right, you're right. It looks like we will be traveling together as far as Heimdall this time. Very well, let's stop delving and buy them already. Yep, let's do it. Good morning, Class 7. I hear Group A is heading all the way out to the North Highlands this month. You heard right. You will need to change trains twice, first in Heimdall and then in Aurora, right? Correct, from Aurora you will need to transfer to a freight line for the last leg of your journey. Regrettably, we can't handle that part of your trip here. Actually, it seems arrangements have already been made for the segment. We should only need to buy tickets for as far as Aurora. Buy tickets and wait, yes. Let's do it. Certainly, okay, that's 5 passengers bound for Aurora. A journey together as, until Heimdall. I would say this times pretty well. Yeah, okay, let's do it. True. It seems there's a two-woman cold front blowing your way. Well then, worry about us. We will see. Don't worry about us. We will see what we can do to throw them out. You will not get anything done. I need to do it myself. Or Reen. I'm sorry, Reen have to do this himself. I think then. Dum 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 da da dum. Bro, this sandwich is really hits the spot. Hey. A maid. Sure, she's a maid. She's only a maid, nothing else. No. Hey, try it. And I think they are better than Buses and Marios in dealing with this. At least it looks from outside better. Even the bottle is from Rainford Company, as you see the R and F. But she's also provoking her a bit. I think it is this sniper assassin thing. She's more an honorable warrior, and that's kind of annoying her, I think. And maybe she's not doing it on purpose, like Jesus did in provoking Machias. The capital. Helmdale Central Station. There were cases to amaze me just how big Helmdale Station is. I have heard it said that it's not merely the largest station in Erebonia, but on the entire continent. Sorry, I don't think we are going to be able to do this. Hang on, you can't give up already. How hopeless. Well, don't worry about it too much. The most important thing is that we all came back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. I suppose you're right. We will try and keep things from getting too dangerous at least. Good luck. Anyway, this is where we split up. If you are traveling towards Ordis, you will be heading west, right? Indeed. Meanwhile, Group A will need to travel northeast to Roa first. I'm so jealous. You get to visit Gaius' homeland. You did better tell us all about it when you get back. We will, I promise you. 1 hour, by the way. I reached again, 1 hour. They all behave well, at least from outside perspective. Oh, girls, boys. Ah, Elise. Black-haired girl.
Is something on your mind, Elise? Has some rugged, handsome young man caught your eye? Like your brother, perhaps?
Please, Your Highness. I just thought I saw someone I recognized. But it couldn't possibly have been him. I can't imagine what would bring him to the capital this early in the morning.
Someone you recognized?
By the way, I think Patrick High Arms and Elisa Schwarzer should come together.
But I knew you wouldn't deny it. That your brother is handsome, I mean.
Please. I knew that I shouldn't have told you about him.
Oh, come now, I'm only teasing. There's no need to sulk. I'll give you a little something from Mariage Cross to make up for it.
But that's an adult lingerie brand. Please excuse us, Captain Claire.
I'm sorry. I hope I haven't sullied your ears with our scandalous conversation.
Not at all, Your Highness. I came to inform you that the special train to the Imperial Villa will be arriving shortly. I look forward to accompanying you today.
It'll be a pleasure to have you with us. Certainly.
But let's continue our journey to the North Highlands, which will be amazing. I think stop the recording when I will arrive and maybe took a small look around. I mean, I have still some time left, but I think then would be the recording 1.5 hours long, which would also not be bad. I mean, why not? So, let's see. Alright, let me tell you a bit more about the North Highlands. The North Highlands are a mountainous region in the northeast of Erebonia. To get there, we will need to cross the Isengard range. That's a mountain range to the north of Roar. I'm guessing we will need to pass through quite a few tunnels to get to the other side. Pretty much, I went through several when I was originally traveling to Trista. Anyway, when you reach the other side, you will be in the North Highlands, surrounded on every side by mountains. Other than the Imperial Army's bases, the only place you will find people in is in nomadic settlements, like the one I'm from. If anything, we have more sheep than people. Wow, really, I'm starting to feel like we are traveling to a country locked in time or something. It sounds like a scene right out of a picture. In addition to the scenery, the North Highlands are also well known for their breeding and raising of horses. Most of the war horses used by the Imperial Army are descendants from the Highlands stock. That's true. Horses are essentially to the livelihood of the folks in my village. Raising horses to be used by the Erebonians is one of my people's primary sources of income. Come to think of it, I seem to remember hearing that the horse we have at home was raised in North too. Isn't that also true of the horses in the riding club uses? Correct, all of them originally came from North. Even the golden stallion on the Erebonian emblem is said to depict a war horse raised in the Highlands. Or so the story goes, at least. North has deep historical ties to the Empire. We know today that it's where Emperor Dracula first started building his army, after all. That's right, the Imperial Army still maintains a base on the southern edge of the Highlands center gate. Eight hours travel. Okay, talk to Alisa. Not too much longer now. I guess this will be your first time back home since you started at Source, right? Does it feel a little awkward going back after you run away from home? A little, yeah. At least we are only changing trains there, so I don't have to leave the station. I haven't been in Roar since I switched lines there on the way to Trista. Oh right, I almost forgot, if you came from Ymir you had to have gone through Roar. I visited Ymir once when I was a kid, but I haven't been there since. I remember it being a really nice place, though the scenery was so beautiful. Oh, didn't you had actually Nice doesn't really fit a guy like me. Are you still sulking over what that twit said during our last practical exam? Pay the House of Hyam's little mind, and the fool of a third son even less. I don't think he meant most of those awful things he said. It seems like his anger just got the better of him. I will bet he regrets it later. Maybe. And regardless of what he thinks, we all think you are a swell guy as a classmate and as a friend. So don't be so hard on yourself. You are so hopeless sometimes, Rin. Okay. Maybe Rin is hopeless. It's easy to forget, but in traveling to North Highlands, we will actually be leaving the country. It feels strange heading out beyond our borders, a little emotional even. Yeah, we have got a long journey ahead of us. I can only wonder what kind of things they will have us doing when we get there. I can't even begin to imagine. Each month seems to throw something new at us. I am a little worried about how Fee is handling up though. Yes, definitely something going on between her and Laura. But I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it. I'm sure Ariel and Marcus will keep an eye on those two for us. We have got our own battles to face. I would like us all to come back from this trip in one piece. Okay. The horses of the North Highlands are known for being some of the finest on the continent. With their solid builds, high endurance and steadfast loyalty to their masters, they truly are the ideal steed. The Highlands are far from the only place that races horses, but the horses from North are in a class all their own. Sounds like you could find a better. You couldn't find a better horse if you searched across the empire. So now I can see why authors such an impressive specimen. My dad would often write him out hunting with our old dog Bado. Back then I was a kid. He would lift me up on his back and let me ride around. A moment. This will be an excellent opportunity to learn more about how the Empire's finest horses are raised right at the source. Gaius. Well, here is a sight for sore eyes. Haven't soaked in scenery like this since I first came to Trista. I hope everyone in the settlement is doing well. He seems happy to be headed home. I have always been curious, how did you end up coming to Thors anyway? Well, about a year ago I met a general in the Imperial Army up in North. One thing led to another and he ended up giving me a recommendation to attend the academy. He was strangely adamant that my skill with the spear would come in handy during my time at Thors. Guess he was right. I can see why an Imperial General might take interest in your spearmanship. Our cavalry, lance and spear training has its own origin, not just in the tales of the Eisenritter, but in the traditions of the Highlands as well. Oh, that's pretty interesting. It's just recently that I have been learning how far back the connections between Nord and Erebonian goes. Indeed.
Let's get started.
Let's see. Who wins this time?
Come on, draw a card. Looks like I'm going first. Bolt.
Okay, I start small. Okay, she starts big. Does it mean she has no she has not much big numbers? I would need this to even score higher, so I will use this.
What? You can't do that. Bolt.
So now I can receive. Okay, she has a 6 even. I have to bolt this.
Ugh, now you've done it.
Let's see.
I won.
I see. Oh, okay. She won anyway. I still get the points. So I have now. I have to write this down, of course. $3,048. And I think 5,000 is the next one, so I would need still 2,000 points, which is a lot. Okay, stop talking. Let's continue our journey. I think, by the way, this will be a very long episode. I'm now in 1 hour and 16 minutes now, so anyway, it will be worth it. I am sure about this. 11:50. So we should arrive in Roa soon. The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage, whatever this special express line is bound for Roa. Our next stop is Roa, the terminus of this express line. Please ensure you have all of your belongings with you when you're disembarking the train. Metropolis. I passed through when I first came to the academy, but even then I could see why people associated it with industry. It feels like the whole city is one big mess of iron. Yeah, this really does have some vibe. Okay. What are those cone-shaped towers out in the distance anyway? Oh, those are the orbital generators for the industrial plants. There are tons of large factories in the city, so they need those to create all the orbital energy needed to power them. If I weren't seeing it for myself, I would be hard pressed to imagine a city like this. The raw station is also quite big. Nice. Well, we have finally made it as far as Raw. We will need to transfer to a freight line to reach the North Highlands from here, right? Right, there will be a freight train leaving from platform 4 that we need to board. Platform 4 is up the staircases and to the left, I think. Alright, let's not waste any more time then. I can walk myself. It's amazing. Anyway. Okay, up. Come to think of it, it's already past noon. Perhaps we should purchase some lunches for the rest of our journey. Sounds like a plan. We still have another 4 hours to go. We are going to need to eat something between now and dinner. It seems highly unlikely to a freight train would be equipped with vending machines or other such comforts either.
Oh, there won't be any need for that.
Why do I always have the feeling? Anyway. Lovely voice.
What?
No way.
Sharon?
You should never get rid of this person. This lovely maid of yours.
How did you get here before us? The power of my love for you allows me to do the impossible, my lady. And as you'll see, I've prepared packed lunches for all of you that far surpass this morning's offerings. I do hope you'll enjoy them.
For sure.
Thanks.
We really appreciate you going to all the trouble to make these for us.
True. That said, I'm really curious how you got here before us.
It seems that the Reinford family's maid enjoys a little amusement at the expense of her employer. I imagine you transferred to an airship in the capital?
Ah.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that? You can cut the time from Heimdall to Ruhr in half if you travel by airship, I think.
You got me. I took advantage of the opportunity to borrow the airship's kitchen so I could make your lunches as well. They're quite fresh, so take a moment to savor the taste.
Well, thank you.
We will. We will.
We really do appreciate all you're doing for us.
We do.
Honestly, I knew you had to be up to something.
Of course she is up to something. She's your maid. I mean, your family's maid, to be precisely.
You're not planning on coming all the way to the Nord Highlands with us now, are you?
I'd love to, but unfortunately, I have some other business I must attend to. I may not be able to return to Trista for a while either.
Other business?
Sharon will be assisting me with my work.
Hi. Oh man, I like it so much.
Hello, Elisa. You all must be members of Class 7.
Irina Reinford, yes.
I'm Elisa's mother, Irina.
The war industrial, you know, who makes all of the tanks and weapons. And other things as well.
Also the chairman of the Reinford group. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Emma Milstein.
Gaius Warzel. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Eustace Alberea. A pleasure.
I'm glad you're all managing to get along with my obstinate daughter. I wish I could stay a while, but unfortunately I have work that can't wait. Come along, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman.
What? Seriously? You show up like this and that's all you have to say?
I mean, she is busy. You heard her.
It's always work with you, isn't it?
Sure it is.
You probably didn't even notice I left home until I was already gone. Now it's just, hello, Elisa, and that's it?
Come on. Jesus had his fair share of family's reunion with his father as well. So you're not the only one who has A difficult family, maybe.
My lady.
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops.
It seems there's a lot of friction between them.
You can live your life however you see fit. I have no intention of forcing the Rhineford group on you. Even if you decide to follow a certain someone's path and cast aside all sense of responsibility, it's your choice to make. Besides, I still manage to keep myself informed of the general goings-on in your academic life in the monthly reports I receive from the Academy.
What?
She's also a board
I
member.
knew Sharon would relay back information about me. But reports from the Academy itself?
Oh, you must not have known. In addition to my other responsibilities, I also sit on the Academy's board of directors.
Oh.
Oh my, that means...
Just like Rufus.
It does appear that way. I'd certainly deem the chairman of the Rhineford group a canny choice as a member of the board.
The Rhineford group is heavily involved in the development of the Orbal staff, as well as your Arcus. I must say, I'm quite pleased with the reports I've received on your usage of both. I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this month's field study as well. Do give me some good reading, won't you?
Please excuse us, my lady. Take care during the rest of your journey.
We will.
Elisa.
You alright?
She is alright. More or less, I guess. When I remember correctly, there will be a nice opportunity to experience some nice scenes between her and Reen in North. When I remember correctly, not in this episode though. This episode is far too long already, and I have to do something in a bit of time, maybe half an hour or so. So I cannot make it much longer, of course. It's already nearly 1.5 hours. So damn it! I thought I finally had her out of my hair. But it looks like she was one step ahead of me this whole time. I take it, you and your mother aren't on good terms then. Yeah, I think that much was abundantly. Things have been rocky between us for a long time now. Once I left home, it was the first step that led me to enrolling in the academy. But how was I supposed to know that I would gone and signed up for the school she sits on the board of directors of? How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I conduct a more thoughtful investigation before I made my choice? You have our sympathies, I suppose. Is your mother being on the board of directors really such a problem? Well, it's complicated. Usually she seems like she is only interested in her work, but then she will suddenly start meddling in my life. She says to just want to what I want, but it always turns out that whatever I go, she is there ahead of me, just like today. I should have known something was up. The bank account my grandfather gave me to cover my academy expense hasn't taken a dip since my first day at Source. So your mother has been paying your bills the whole time. I mean, I understand why you are upset maybe, but still you are lost to lose money, that's also nice. I can't see what you are grousing about. Most people would be grateful to have a parent display that much interest. What? At least your mother spared the time to come and greet us. At least she showed the slightest trace of interest in you and your classmates. That's right. Forget it. Yeah, I have also been in Baharat, and his father wasn't as interested in her as. Yeah, I understand this. Well, we just entered a tunnel. The first of many, now that we are going through the mountains. Let's see. Anyway, how about we dig into those lunches Sharon made for us? It sounds good to me. It seems like she went out of her way to prepare them. Alright. If these are super because she had to make do with the airship's kitchen, I won't let her hear the end of it. Dig in. Oh, so you're going to the Highlands for an academic field study? Sounds like budding soldiers to some pretty interesting things as part of your training these days. I suppose you could say that yours seems quite different from most other military academies in that regard, though. Still feels pretty neat to see you all dressed up in your uniforms. They look pretty sharp on you. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Even if it's he towers over even the second years. My brother am fairly short, so I wouldn't doubt he would another growth. So. A younger brother and 2 younger sisters, to be exact. They are a little on the shy side, but I hope you will get along with them. We will. Still, if you look through the window, it really feels like we are getting close to the Highlands now. Did you meet him back in the spring when you were in your Ray Twister? Yeah, I made the same trip back then too. We had plenty of time to kill, so it taught me a lot about Erebonian culture. Let's do this. Oh, I am so tired already of this episode. It's too long. Oh my god, this classic Gaius. Okay, yeah. Let's see. We are near the border. We are in a moment crossing the border. I think we have now left Erebonia. Let's see. Let's take a look. It appears even more breathtaking than I was expecting. I will be even happier to hear you say so once you have seen it up close. Let's see. In the next episode. Later today. I need to do something else after this episode. But then 6:30, then 4:30 PM. Then I will record another episode today. Please subscribe if you have not done it already. We are near the end of the episode, so yeah. Please click the red button and like the video as well if you are. Yeah. We arrived. It's a pleasure to see you again, Lieutenant General. Likewise, it's been months since I last saw you. Seems almost surreal to see you standing here in a military academy uniform. So this is the first time I have seen the source emblem in red. This is the color they use for my class 7. It looks like he is pretty high up in the Imperial Army. Yeah, I'm beating his Lieutenant General in charge of Zendergate. He seems quite close to Gaius, an Imperial General with an A patch that seems familiar somehow. These must be your classmates. Indeed, these are about half of all my classmates from class 7. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Elisa Reinford, sir. I'm Emma Milston, sir. Eustace Alberia, it's an honor. Ha! Seems like your classmates are an interesting puncher, as I heard. I am Zach Render, commanding officer of the Imperial Army's 3rd Armed Division. I'm pleased to finally meet you. One-eyed sex. So you are one of the guardians of the Arno family. Oh, it seems some of you already know of me. A guardian of the Arno family? Oh, now I remember. The Vendors are the calibrated military family responsible for the protection of the Imperial family. And One-eyed sex Vendor is said to be one of the Imperial Army's finest generals. They say the Vendors and the Arcite School of Swordsmanship are the two most renewed styles in Erebonia. It is truly an honor to meet you, sir. I'm just a military man, hardly deserving of quite that level of praise. I would love to hear about all of you and your excursion to the Highlands, but unfortunately we don't have the time. You should set out on as soon as possible if you want to reach the settlement before nightfall. So I have the first entire day I traveled, so I have just 1 day to stay. Or is then the field study 1 day longer? I agree. Were you able to take care of all of the arrangements? I did. Rest assured. What arrangements? We need to head out now if we want to reach Gaia's home before sundown, right? Right, which is why I asked the Lieutenant General to arrange some transportation for us. Alright, just follow me and I will show you the way. Horses. 1.5 hours. 14. I will grind here so much. I will not show it and I will not record it. But I will grind here a lot. I need roughly 2,000 points, which means 2,000 divided by 3, around 70 battles, so I'm not sure, but many. It's simply breathtaking. I had no idea I land so beautifully lay at the far end of the railway. Honestly, I suppose words are woefully insufficient in the face of such majesty. Glad to hear you think so. I don't think that Reen will ride with Alisa, but yeah. There are 4 horses. And at home, so I should be able to, as long as we aren't making any tricks, jump anything. I'm afraid I have never ridden a horse before. Not a problem, you can just hitch a ride on the backseat of someone else's horse. Alisa would probably be the best choice considering the balance of rate. I can do that. Is that alright with you, Emma? Yes, also I would feel a little nervous. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see a general. Colossal statue, Lake Lacrima, nomadic settlement, Zinder, stone circle, Imperial Army watchtower. Okay, I see. I remember also a few things. Maybe it's also part in some parts of the second game. I'm not sure. Okay. I have to definitely stop the recording soon. It's too long.
This is worlds apart from the bustle of the city.
It really is. I feel like I'm one with the wind.
Indeed, but if you didn't go too fast, that would be great.
I'm sure it will feel natural in time. No doubt the riding club would be fuming with envy if they could see us now.
I'll bet.
Anyway, my home settlement is due northeast of here. Hopefully we'll be able to reach it before sundown.
Right.
Let's move!
I know how to write a horse. Okay, I think it's a good opportunity as any to save the game and end the episode. Also for my computer. So, because a too large of a file is not good. So, 1, 2, 3.